Just that long form allows for surprises that would not come about otherwise. It also allows for kind of a psychic connection between the players. That, you know, when one thing develops with one of the players, all the other players kind of follow, and then maybe they all develop something together, and it shoots off into another direction. And, you know, this type of mind reading can only happen in a long-form setting, and it can only happen with players that are really good enough to be able to read each other's thought processes through, you know, modulations and time changes and tempo changes and all these challenging aspects of music that, you know, would be harder for people who, you know, might be beginner musicians. It's funny because, you know, I had a friend once tell me that he thought that improvised music could be played by anybody, and that's why it wasn't good. And the truth was, you know, and I told him this, if he sat down at a piano or picked up a saxophone and started just messing around, there'd be a big difference between that and a professional musician walking in the room and playing that same instrument. And it should be obvious that there's a huge difference. A professional musician who's trained all his life to not only play arrangements and read compositions, but also improvise through key changes and mode changes and time changes and all kinds of, you know, these advanced notions that make music the potent art form it is. Now imagine an entire band of people like that. The truth is, no matter how you paint it, it's more amusing, interesting, and entertaining watching specialists at their craft than it is watching an amateur or even trusting an amateur. I mean, nobody would trust somebody who calls himself a doctor after reading a couple of medical books with their life before they would trust a real doctor or a real MD. You know, somebody who's trained to be able to interpret a situation and bring about the best possible outcome. And that's what professional or skilled musicians do, especially in settings like this, where it's purely improvisational, and you know, your skill is really going to dictate the quality of experience that the performers and the listeners have jointly.